everyone, it's Oliver again with the Minimal Monday wrap-up, number 63. Before I start the wrap-up, I'd like to bounce something off of you. I don't know where to start. Let's talk about this for a second. And I do like to hear your opinion on this. Doing or being a minimalist or seeing in a minimalistic way, what does that mean for you guys? Do you guys live your lives as minimalistic as possible in other ways as well? Or are you seeing minimal or minimalistic just because of this theme? I mean, the reason why I ask is I've asked myself that question a lot. Why I am attracted to minimalistic scenes, or why I try to minimalize compositions a lot. I don't have a clear answer to that. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I'm attracted to doing stuff or seeing stuff simple, in a simple way. In my opinion, in my deepest inner self, I am a minimalist. I mean, if I was able to live a life where I was in the middle of nowhere, being self-sufficient and living off the land, so to speak, I think that would make me very happy. It would make me a very simple person as well. And I think that is one of the reasons why often I like to oversimplify stuff. And a lot of people, there's like, some people think of minimalism as a very sophisticated way of photography, right? Or photographing. Like if I think about Michael Canna's career, for instance, and I pick, the obvious example here. I know this, but that is because most of you people out there will actually be familiar with Michael Canna's work. If I look at him as a person, it's kind of obvious to me why he is photographing in the way he's photographing. He is very much a very peaceful person, and that transpires through his work. And I was wondering this, like, do you need to be that kind of personality to be able to make a minimalistic work? Like on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have a Peter Lick, which if you YouTube him, you'll see that Peter Lick is the complete opposite than Michael Canna. Peter Lick is somebody that, this is not any criticism or anything. His work is good, don't get me wrong. But if you look at Peter Lick, he's one of those personalities that jumps around a lot, and he's pretty much ADD all over. You know what I mean? And he produces a whole different style of body of work. And my question is, if your personality, in your opinion, your personality will dictate, if your personality will dictate what kind of work you do. Because I know of quite a few people that that actually are kind of nervous and do great minimalistic work. like for them, taking the slow approach is more of a sense of a moment where they can mentally become, you know, be at ease, you know. So for me, it's pretty much kind of a combination of things, right? Like I blame my architectural background for why I am attracted to geometry and lines and simple stuff, and I blame being a graphic designer as well, because you know, I often have to create order out of chaos. You know what I mean? Anyways, just put it out there before I start. So the question was, does your personality influence what you photograph, and in what kind of way? All right. Anyways, let's discuss that. If you guys feel up to that in the comments below. All right. This was one heck of a week, one heck of a Monday. Again, tough time to make a narrow selection here because there's so much good stuff in there to share this week again. I'd like to share. Let's start with my favorite fav. What do I call these things again? Fav of the Day award. This week goes to. I wish I had a snare drum. Maybe I should add some sound effects. That's question number 2. Do I need to? Anyways, ooh, who can it be? Who can it be? Come on, tell me. Maybe. Anyways, this week's Fav of the Day award goes to my buddy, my fellow countryman, DJ Demarais. He shared one of his beautiful winter scenes with us this week, and I've seen his image before on his Facebook account earlier, a couple of weeks before that he posted it to do the theme on Google+. But I love this image. There's so much to, like last week we talked about rhythms and how you know, they can affect your composition, and this is again a prime example of that. Beautiful with the scene, you know, the texture or the rhythm as formed by the trees is very intriguing. Like the repetitiveness of it, and also the diminuing. How do you say that? Diminuing. I don't know. You know what I mean? All the lines go to one point. And you know, shapes are becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. This is pretty much a page out of Michael Canna's book right there. This is beautiful work, and the more I see DJ's work, the more I have to say and be honest about it. This is the stuff that I did not notice when I was back in Belgium. This is the stuff that I was 100% sure that didn't exist back home. So kudos on you, my friend. This is one heck of a shot. Photograph, I mean, yes. I love this a lot. Beautiful work, DJ. Beautiful, beautiful work. Alright, here's the dude that's on a roll, Michael Salmila. Last week he posted a killer shot. Oh damn it, I keep saying it. Killer photograph, right? Photograph. And this one is definite. This is definitely not you know, any worse. Let's say that this is again one heck of a photograph. Great leading line, beautiful tones. You know, picture perfect. Smooth as silk water, beautiful sky. This is absolutely wow. And I love the you know, the Michael. I would say Michael used a polarizer for this photograph because you can see through the water. And you see the rocks underneath the water surface on the right hand side. that absolutely adds a beautiful touch to this killer photograph. I love the the ample amount of detail in whatever it is, some concrete structure, whatever. Gorgeous sense of light too, beautiful processing. Yep, killer work. I hope you are going to submit this in a couple of competitions, because I feel this is a real winner. And the same, I would say the same to Quincy. Quincy Jefferson added this beautiful photograph. And the more I see photographs of this is very Cole Thompson-ish, let's call it that. I believe these are sea stacks in Oregon, the Oregon coast. Definitely a location that is on my to-do list. It's not that far of a drive for me. Well, it's still a drive, but what I like about this photograph is that Quincy decided to not show detail in the rocks and keep them as silhouettes. Really pronounce the shape. I really kind of wait. Let's turn my iPhone off because it's not going to work. It really emphasizes the shapes of these things, and yeah, the little reflection in the foreground or in the middle plane. Let's say that. It really works well, and then that spotlight in the foreground really adds to the drama, and it kind of benefits the sky. It equals the image out. This is again, man, enter this in competition. So if you have more of these, I can see a series building. All right, next one is up for the section. The next photograph that is up for that section. I don't know if I want to do that, but it is a photograph that was shared by Guy Gale. Again, this is supposed to be a sandbar. I can tell you this, my friend, this is one heck of a photograph. This is a very intriguing photograph that Guy distilled this whole scene to its basic shapes. Like, this is minimalism at its best, I think. So you have the sandbar in the foreground, and what I think is water around it. I'm not too sure, but that's the interesting thing. And then you have the white line, which I think is another beach section, and then you have the black ocean, I think, because I don't know. I'm just guessing. That's what it looks like. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is such an intriguing photograph because of the harsh contrast, the blacks and whites, and not a lot of in between. Definitely looking at it from a distance, this is very intriguing. I like this because you could have exposed this to show lots more detail, but you didn't, and that's good. I like that. You've pre-visualized this very well. Good job, my friend. Alright, singular objects are, I like those a lot. And Jorge Schramm, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Jorge Schramm, photographed this lone, I think it's a light standard, over a snowy, I don't know, like a embankment or something. Yeah, this is good work. And again, I mean, this is minimalism and keeping the tones at a minimal and keeping the contrasts. Making sure that the light post is dark and stands. Has enough contrast between the sky and the light post, and then overall the image is very bleak, very light, and then if you do that, you emphasize that, the shape of that little tiny light post, which is placed pretty much on the rule of thirds in the square as well. Yeah, this is good work. I like this. All right. This is a unique photograph. Misha Gregory McCaw, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I saw this image by chance this afternoon when I was making my selection, and I was searching for my for the hashtag, and when I saw this image, and maybe it's not the most minimalistic photograph, but it is a photograph. Like a photograph, because the thing that popped into the first thing I said when I saw this on my screen at work was holy, and then you know what, shit. I don't want to swear in these videos, but that's what I said, and it was pretty loud. I said, this is one spectacular image. As a fellow, I'm a storm chaser during summertime. That is a lot of convection. That's a lot of power in that sky. And I love the foreground tree, and this image is very special. I think, Misha, not only because you shared your first, very first image on Google Plus with the theme, I think this is one heck of a photograph. I keep seeing a heck of a photograph a lot of these videos, in this video, but yeah, this is one really good photograph. Gnarly looking tree, but that sky in the background, holy man. Maybe I wish I had some kind of being a storm chaser and all, and that's, this is a good photograph. I wouldn't change anything. I would so love to see the underside of that storm cloud, with a sliver of horizon or something, with the bottom side of that, of that big freaking storm system coming at you. That could give you a sense of scale. But right now, very intriguing image. I have no sense of scale. I can only say this is huge. Beautiful photograph, Misha. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for sharing your very first photo on Google Plus with my little theme. I appreciate it a lot. Alright, the next photograph, a little bit more classical, minimalistic work. This is photographed by Gerard McRath. Oh, God. What happened to you, me asking you all to send me a soundbite of your name? That could, help me a lot trying to pronounce your names here. But beautiful square of a deserted beach, and a deserted kind of an old-looking bench on a large look, a really long-looking. This is a big beach, a shallow beach, and yeah, that foreground is spectacular, and I like that Gerard didn't overpower the sky on this. All the emphasis is on the bench here. I like that you didn't, overburn the top half of it. That really benefits this image. It's burned, but it's not burned to black. It really gives you that sense of light that I often like to see in an image. This is good work. And another long exposure seascape was added to the theme by Dragos Ionianu. Yeah, I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, but by now you know, this theme is not about pronouncing people's names correctly. I think you know, we kind of figured that one out a long time before, you know, before today. But Drago's photographed this probably like a wave breaker or whatever they call these, like a protection barrier, some sort. Lovely photograph. Beautiful colors. I like the 2/1 panoramic. Well, it's not really panoramic, but it's a 2/1 crop. I like that, you know, same sense of light that comes from directly behind the stone wall, and I mean, it's all processing. You know, burning the bottom corners really helps encapsulate the light in the middle and keeps your eye on that strip of on those rocks, on those stones. Yeah, the good long exposure photograph. If this was black and white, this is like kind of a Michael Levin kind of composition. Really, I like that you didn't put the horizon like smack in the middle too. Yeah, this is a nice photograph. Good work, Dragos. Thank you for sharing. Alright, the next photograph I'd like to share is a kind of an odd one. This was submitted to the theme by Sweet O. I don't know if that's your real name or not, and I don't really care, but that's an interesting photograph. Like we talked about in the rule of odds a few weeks ago, putting threes in like the number 3. Didn't do that. 3 in a photograph, like 3 items in a photograph often will benefit your composition and will often generate interesting images. 3s, 5s, 7s, whatever is odd, whatever is not even. And this has a very fine art landscape feeling to it. It's not over dramatic. You know, the lighting is flat. And all the emphasis is basically put onto the rock in the foreground, and how those 2 bigger rocks kind of hold that rock in place visually. And my eye keeps making the triangle, you know, jumps from the foreground rock to the right rock, background rock, back to the foreground rock, you know, and does all of that. Like, I'm not too concerned about the water, you know what I mean? This is pretty much also, it has a film look to it. It has that, I don't know, the aqua, you know, the not so highly saturated look of aqua film. Yeah, I like this. This is definitely a different approach to minimalistic work, to minimal photography. I like that, to see people kind of experiment with the theme and put their own twist on it, and this is definitely an example of that. Beautiful work, Sweet. And then Michael Svensson, last week's machine gun guy, only posted 1 photograph. I was disappointed, Michael. Yeah, that was a joke. Michael, yeah, definitely has a thing going here. Gorgeous detail in I don't know what it is. Like a little house, probably a marker, or a yeah, I don't know, some guard of something, some harbor or anything, or something. But there's an amazing amount of sharpness in that left area and the roof line and stuff, and I like this a lot. And then, with the horizon being in the rocks and you don't really see the horizon, it gives you, how do you say this? It's not really a dreamy image because of the processing. It's really harsh processing, blacks and pure whites, and so my eye doesn't want to wander a lot in this image. It goes to the house and it kind of stays on the shoreline in the background and goes back to the house. It doesn't, look at the sky too much because of that, the heaviness of it. And you get a strip of light that keeps your eye, focused. And that shows you that Michael has a clear understanding of how processing works, how you can influence your viewer, and I like that a lot. This is a photograph taken with a clear vision. So, yeah, this is, and I like the foreground detail, or the detail underneath the that little house as well. Beautiful work, Michael. Thank you for, again, adding your work to the theme. Next image I want to show you is, and this is the last photograph of the normal entries. Is this photograph by Andre Rosbach. He posted this photograph to the theme, a lone little tree in a snowy landscape, and so on. And then I was browsing through Andre's Twitter Google Plus stream, and then I found that he photographed and added this to a separate team, and I like this a lot better. This is minimalism. I like this a lot more than I like this. I can't really exactly express why, but minimalism does not necessarily mean I need to lose all the detail. Like in this image, yeah, it's a lonely tree in a white, snowy landscape with some kind of, semi-interesting sky over top of it, and you can say that it's an interesting composition, by pushing the tree in the corner and stuff. But then again, if you see this, I like this a lot better, because there's much more stuff to look at, and this is still minimal. Being the tonalities of this are pretty minimal, but still I have something to look at, and not just some, I don't know, little tree. I like this a lot better. This is good work, Andre. I wish you had I wish you had posted this for Minimal Monday. So there you have it. And then I do have one exception I want to share with you. Well, let's make it two. Let's make it two. Two exceptions I want to share with you. The first one I want to share with you is a photograph by Tim Haynes. He photographed probably like lifting fog, backlit by the sun or some kind of cloud structure. It really shows you understanding exposure is a valuable tool. Although this is if I read Tim's write-up, like little post correctly, this is a blend of 3 images. So there's some ingenious processing technique behind this, but I believe you can do this in one photograph as well, just by using, metering on the correct zones, and then processing for it. It's going to be tough in digital though. I'm already warning you to get the sun not to blow out. It's going to be very tough, and Tim did a really good job. This is a very interesting um, shaped cloud, or I don't know what it is, but it looks really neat. I was very intrigued by it, and yeah, thanks for sharing this. This is a photograph that I keep like going back to and asking myself, am I going to add it or am I not going to add it? And I decided, last minute that yes, you're in. so good on you, I guess. But this is a very intriguing photograph. I like it, and that's why I liked it. And then the last photograph I like to feature as an exception, because it's not a pure landscape, is this photograph by Adam Williams. Adam is, I guess, a young guy. He's in his last year of photo school, and you should check his website out. He has quite a few interesting portfolios. One of the portfolios I like was his winter stuff, and Adam happened to submitted this photograph this week. This is something I've thought of doing as well, is photographing these snow textures. And I like this a lot. There's a whole series on this, by the way, Adam. And Adam has experimented with doing the series. If you go on the website, you can see kind of 4 or 5 photographs where he kind of explores the idea of doing a team or doing a series with this. And yeah, you can take this as far as you want, Adam. I like the 6x7 format. Obviously, I'm using it a lot. Adam is using kind of the newer version of the camera I'm using. This was probably photographed on film with that camera, and looking at the aspect ratio of it. Yeah, this is a really, really beautiful photograph, although very simple. Just snow. That is kind of side lit. Yeah, gorgeous, perfect zone placement. Yeah, this is what dirty snow looks like. Beautiful work, Adam. Hope I see some more work of you. I think you have an interesting eye and some good potential there. Don't give up. So that was it for this week. Another Minimal Monday. So, and don't forget about the question I asked you in the beginning, and I really hope that a lot of people don't kind of scroll through the video and until their stuff pops up and they just listen to what I have to say about their work. I really hope that some of you sit out this 35-minute ordeal listening to me yapping about stuff I like and stuff I don't like. Yeah, I'm just trying to share what I think is good photography, and I know that we cannot all be Michael Canis, and I do understand that. But I feel that the real minimalistic work is not appreciated all that much in general, in the general world of photography. Not a lot of people understand what you need to do to become a good minimal photographer. It's not as easy as excluding all elements and photographing nothing. Some stuff need to make sense. It needs to have a meaning, at least for me. And as photographers, we all try and share our story through our work. And yeah, I hope some of you will take the time and formulate an answer to my question in the beginning. All right, that was it. Signing off. See y'all next Monday. Thank you for your very generous submissions this week. This took me quite some time to figure out which photographs I was going to feature or not. So yeah, again, see you all next Monday, and talk to you all later.